Berapa lama?
Selamat sore. I feel a long way from you, so I hope you can all see and hear me well. Aku mihi kia koutou katoa. I'm Kevin Burnett and I have the honour to be the Aotearoa New Zealand Ambassador to Indonesia. My wife Catherine and I have been here now for 6 months, so just starting to get to understand a little about Indonesia, become familiar with certainly with Jakarta, if not the rest of the country, something that we look forward to being able to do in the coming years. And I hope as we visit other parts of Indonesia from Jakarta that I'll be able to get to meet some of you in your home locations, and that would be a great honour for me. I'm pleased to be here with you this evening for the 2022 the New Zealand Scholarship Alumni is one of the great privileges of my role as Ambassador to Indonesia. At its heart, really, diplomacy is all about connecting people and building understanding between our countries through our connections and our relationships. All of us have a role to play in that regard. Presidents and Prime Ministers, Ministers of Foreign Affairs meeting together as they did so recently here in Jakarta, experts and business people, students and teachers. It's the people-to-people connections that matter the most. As we say in New Zealand, as you may recall, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It is the people, it is the people, it is the people. You as Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship alumni play a key role in building this understanding and deepening the relationships between Indonesia and New Zealand. Your cross-cultural understanding, better than mine at the moment certainly, puts you in a central position to strengthen this foundation of our friendship. In many ways you too are ambassadors for our relationship. This focus on connections and relationships is central to why the New Zealand Scholarship Program has recently been renamed the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship Program. Manaaki is the Maori concept of showing care, support and hospitality. In our scholarships program, Manaaki is shown through hosting international students like you, embracing the diversity that you bring to the programs on which you study, and establishing the basis for ongoing relationships between us. We're here for you and we want you to succeed in everything that you do. Over the last 2 years and the pandemic period, New Zealand has thought creatively and adapted our Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship Program, including by rolling out a range of modes of delivery. During this pandemic, we've delivered a suite of new programs here in Indonesia. An online English language training for officials Asia alumni refresher course. That was a mouthful, I must say, even for an English speaker. An in-region version of the existing ASEAN Geothermal Project Management course, online courses in public health management, trade, public sector leadership and good governance, all very important for New Zealanders and equally important for Indonesia. We continue to aim for the deferred scholarship students to commence their studies in the first semester of 2023, subject of course to the reopening of our borders in New Zealand. But I'm confident that that will be the case. Most recently, indeed yesterday, I attended the closing ceremony of our first in-country, standalone English language training program, where 27 scholars became part of our scholarship whānau, our family. All of you, our Manaaki alumni, are taonga, or treasures, for New Zealand and for Indonesia, and I'm confident that you can all translate the knowledge and experience gained through your studies into advancing sustainable development for Indonesia. New Zealand is proud to invest in the knowledge and skills of today's generation of Indonesians, of you, and it's our deep hope and sincere expectation that we're also investing in Indonesia's socio-economic development and its progress towards a brighter, sustainable future, our shared aspiration for the future. In this vein, I'd particularly like to highlight two extraordinary women alumni from our programs, Professor Pri Utami of UGM and Professor Nini Saptaji of ETB. These alumni have championed the women in geothermal wing movement in Indonesia and are inspirations to our young female engineers. Our planet needs everyone, men and women, to take the impacts of climate change seriously and to build a more sustainable world and to achieve the universally agreed sustainable development goals. And these two women are contributing significantly to that aspiration. This event is the first official gathering of our scholarship alumni in Eastern Indonesia for a long time. New Zealand places importance on supporting the development in this region, and we're very proud of all of our alumni and what you contribute to its sustainable development. Thank you very much for all that you do. For those who live in Bali and those who've travelled from other provinces to attend this very special gathering. Building on this event, we look forward to continuing to deepen our engagement with our alumni in Eastern Indonesia. I hope this evening is an opportunity to strengthen your network with fellow alumni, and I look forward to connecting with each of you and exchanging ideas on how we can strengthen connections and leverage the Alumni Association. Please keep us informed of all the great things that you will do in the future, and I invite you to join our New Zealand Alumni in Indonesia page on LinkedIn, or to contact our Manaaki Scholarship Program staff at the embassy, two of whom are here, Ibu Yanti and Ibu Mike, who is somewhere, just up down there. Thank you, Mike. I wish you a productive evening of networking and discussion, and I'm sure that sharing sessions among your brilliant minds will lead to inspiring outcomes. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting each of you during the course of the evening. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa.
Thank you very much, Bapak Kevin, for your very insightful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships in Indonesia is delivered through partnerships.
Thank you very much. Same name. MC, thank you very much, Mayanti. Good afternoon, everybody. Kia ora. I think I still remember some of the words from I'm one of the alumni, to be exact. I was deported to New Zealand during, before pandemic, to be exact, at 2018, and I'm also very proud to be here right now. This is as the Manaaki alumni as well, Mr. Ambassador. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening for you all. Thank you very much, His Excellency Ambassador Kevin Burnett, for inviting us to gather here today in the Manaaki Alumni Gathering. And Bapak Gustika, selamat malam Bapak, Director for Bilateral Head Center of Development of Education Training of Planners, Bappenas, and Ibu Tamisari representing Bapak Kurniawan Aryadi from Bilateral Foreign Funding Directorate, and Bapak Ali Muharram from the team of Pak Agustika, Ibu Tara De Sosa, thank you very much Ibu for inviting us, and also my fellow representatives from the Ministry of State Secretariat, as well as all the distinguished alumni of Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship Program and Inspirasi Indonesia Young Leading Program. All honorable invited participants, it is very great pride for me to be here today as a representative of the government of Indonesia to witness that one of our cooperation program has resulted in this remarkable achievement, Mr. Ambassador. I have to say this, that I'm really proud to have this 2 days session with. Yesterday we had a session with the ICELT participants, which really hit me in my heart that this is the results of cooperation, and it's really impactful for the long term of Indonesian development. As Pak Bernard has already been highlighted, that it is important for us to remember that the ultimate goal of this cooperation is how we can connect people to people connect, and building understanding among us. So in regard to that, Pak Jokowi has already been posed that human capital development is also among the priority of Indonesian government. And in that case, Indonesian government cannot only rely on our own capacity, but partnering with other development partners will be very beneficial for us to get more knowledge, more understandings, and more advancement in the future. So with that thing, I really have to convey my highlight and high appreciation for what has been done under the cooperation with the New Zealand government so far. It's already the long-standing, I can call it long-standing, remarkable cooperation program. And also the contribution from the New Zealand government through not only these capacity building programs, but I believe that there are lots of other cooperation schemes that has already been going on between the two countries. So thank you very much for that. And for all the alumni that gather here today, we are here for networking night. And after this, we're going to have iftar together. We really suggest all of you to maximize this occasion to build your connection, to build the networking. And yesterday, I remember that one of the participants asked about whether the certificate can guarantee them to get to be acknowledged as for them to get the higher degree in the next round. And then you guys can ask Bu Tara here, and also His Excellency Ambassador, whether there's more chance to us to have more cooperation, to have broader activities in the future. And I'm also really proud that today we can gather, as has already been highlighted not only by His Excellency but also by MC. It's been 2 years for us not meeting each other, not in the same room. I just remember that the last time that we met is with with His Excellency Jacobson, right? Oh, after that there is one more. But then during that time we really had that remarkable conversation among us. So we really urge you guys to maximize this event. And last but not least, I would like to also wish you a wonderful evening and memorable moments. I thank you once again and congratulations on the successful of this forum. have a good time ahead. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kenakoto, 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 kato.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much. It's really honored the partnership with you and very pleased to have you as our Manaaki New Zealand Alumni Panel. So distinguished alumni and guests, now next we would like to invite the head of Center for Planners, Development, Education and Training of Bappenas, Bapak Puspika. You may come up to the podium. The floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Ambassador, Pak Kevin and Bu Catherine, Bu Novianti, Bu Tara, and everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you and this afternoon to the alumni gathering. I see in this banner is networking night. Yeah. So this event, which is observed at New Zealand government, is aimed to networking opportunities to support the network of former graduates who will in turn have to raise the profile of the university and Manaaki New Zealand scholarship program. So on behalf of Ministry of National Development Planning, Republic of Indonesia, we would like also to take this opportunity to sincerely thanks to the New Zealand government for facilitating this alumni meeting that provide opportunities for alumni to network and form relationship and connection with each other. For all the alumni, as you gear up to start on this amazing experience in New Zealand, please remember that course you take, the friend you make, and most of the perspective you carry can change the world. So please commit to expand, care to understand and converse to grow, contribute to your country or to your society. Challenge yourself to take on something new and out of your comfort zone. Moreover, I hope that you can contribute to the development of Indonesia and help New Zealand to be more visible and strategically well connected. Hopefully this will not be the end and our reunion, and this will just the beginning of many more events to come. Lastly, I believe that this program brings opportunities and possibilities to identify specific institutions that will continue to work together. Thus, it will build institution and personal relationship as well. I hope this program will sustain and the cooperation between New Zealand government and government of Indonesia will be closer and deliver benefit for both countries. Thank you very much for everyone. Kia ora. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Bapak Puspika, for such inspiring messages. And of course, tonight is the night of our alumni. So it will be very important to hear Kartini's Day yesterday and also last month Women's Day celebration in March. We also would like to welcome our dear alumni, Ibu Suheldina. Ibu Suheldina is our Manaaki New Zealand ELTO alumni of 2019. So it will be great if Ibu Suheldina, you could come up to the podium and deliver your remarks. The floor is yours.
Kia ora. First of all, I would like to apologize for what I'm wearing right now because I had, a monitoring evaluation in primary school in volcanic mountain, Mount Agung. It is called, the village called Duda. So I had my motorcycle and I came here directly at around 2 p.m. and then we started. I apologize for my casual wearing. So His Excellency, New Zealand Ambassador to Indonesia, Mr. Kevin Burnett and Ibu Catherine, good afternoon, salam, welcome to Bali. Honorable guest, Bapak Gus Rika dan jajarannya and the team, Ibu Novianti and team. And saya sekarang jadi tidak bertanya, I don't ask anymore where my surat, the letter yang dikeluarkan oleh Ibu Novianti ya, untuk saya menjalani Alto 50 pada saat itu di Jason in New Zealand. Berarti izinnya dari beliau seperti itu. Thank you and kia ora sekali lagi. Selamat datang di Bali. Welcome to this island after pandemic. It is open now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu. First of all, I would like to say thank you for this opportunity, terutama for Ibu Tara and team. Lalu and then this opportunity, which I call offline, the first time this year for this kind of gathering, alumni networking. So I feel special for tonight session for networking, and later we have discussion. And on behalf of alumni, I would like to highlight 3 main points. So first of all, about the professional development. It is related to careers and also the future perhaps, and also for the place I work right now. I'm Dina. I work for Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, but in the headquarters here in Denpasar, the technical unit, or in Bahasa Indonesia we call it UPT. Once when I in New Zealand, I learned a lot from Education Review Office. So we had a very long discussion about the quality education. 2 nations with a very, interesting points on how to connect it to take advantage both sides. So we don't say that this one is better than that one, but how this connected to be a very beautiful package to implement, because we have both positive and negative things. And also the way that the academic process in Victoria University of Wellington, we learned a lot of things there in terms of theoretical concept and research as well. So I borrowed some policy and also to my writings. The second one, the first is professional development, the second one about sustainable development that was mentioned before by Bapak Kevin. So we learned that Indonesia is in the ring of fire. So most places has the potential to have earthquake. So when I visit school, first of all, this virus is nutritious food to my soul. I bring it to my growth of soul. When it happened in 2019, the incidents of Christchurch, I was there, and it shocked everyone including me as the country leader. Because my sisters, all of them Muslim, and they cried because I was the only one who was in Napier, and they were in the South Island, Nelson, in the city of Nelson, and they cried a lot. They worried, and I couldn't do nothing. But the committee, the friends from New Zealand, they tried to comfort our sisters there, and it was the values for me, a very big humanity, hand in hand, and it was really beautiful for me. And I can feel it, the sisterhood there, everyone in Nelson, to meet our sisters and me, they always said, "Are you okay?" And then we were welcomed in the university, like with the big screen, Muslim brothers and sisters. I was touched by that kind of things. Small thing perhaps, but for me it is a very huge thing. And at the last moment, when we were invited for the last speech in behind the Parliament building, I said these beautiful things as well. And this is a very big imprint to my soul. And finally, thank you, Aotearoa, the land of the long cloud. Tena koto.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Om Santi.
Thank you very much, Busu Helnya. That was really inspiring, and we really love your energy. Once again, everybody, happy Cartoons Day 2022. So now we'd like to invite one more representative, and we have a male representative now. His name is Bapak Jeremy Malkias Hamming. He is our New Zealand Scholarships alumni who obtained his PhD in 2019 from Massey University. He traveled here to Bali all the way from Rote Island is Nusa Tenggara. So Bapak Jeremy, the floor is yours.
Terima kasih Ibu Yanti, Bapak Ibu yang saya kasih, saya hormati Bapak Duta Besar yang mulia, Bapak Kevin dan Ibu Catherine, Bapak Luspika, tim Ibu Novi, teman-teman semua, teman-teman di Kereta New Zealand. Thank you very much for this opportunity to be here. I'm really proud to be here because I came from the most southern island in Indonesia, and after like a few hours, 7 hours of traveling, finally I got here just before 4 o'clock. I thought we'll be on time, so I didn't even have opportunity to check in. I came straight to this room because New Zealand has changed me a lot, honestly. And when it comes to punctuality, I try to be whole on it. Values that I've been learning from my 4 years of study in at Massey University. So let me introduce myself. Tihei Mauri ora ko sagan dulu te waka ko fanda te mangau te dano tua te awa sorry ko dano tua te awa ko rote ti te iwa ko tole feo te hapu au jirni hani. But if you notice, the last sentence was in Rote, not in Maori. Because this sounds similar. It should be ko jirni hani ahau, not au jirni hani. But I use Rote instead. what I would like to say is that we share similarities, a lot of similarities. And New Zealand has made me proud of being local people in this country. Yeah, I learned a lot how culture has been. I really appreciate everything in New Zealand. It's about, as Pak Dubes say, it's about tengata. It's about people and people and people and culture, etc. So I've been learning a lot from it. Now, first 250 grams of it every like 3 months. I really enjoy it, and even I brought home a lot. Not much because those people with uniform will charge me with some money. Not much, yeah. But I really like it. I really how they bring up something that we underestimate here. 250 grams is about $500,000, and in my island maybe it's about 50 rupiah. It's about maybe like $2-3. New Zealand dollars, nothing. But in New Zealand it becomes so precious. What I learned is actually, yeah, it's abundant. Abundance is everywhere. It's dependent on how we see things. That's the first one. I've been learning about how government of New Zealand put values on local resources, not only culture but also resources. Secondly, also why I enjoy New Zealand, I travel a lot. I try to enjoy New Zealand. So like every 3 months, my wife and me, we travel like for 2-3 hours driving across to the southern point of the country. Try to enjoy because the study was hard, and I think maybe before finish this study I will send home. So let's enjoy this. It's okay because you guys all have passed it, so I'm not going to discourage you for applying any longer. It was really hard, but because of the high standard quality of education. We in here often see lectures as the only source of knowledge. While in New Zealand, my supervisor keeps saying that, well, I changed my mind. Like we have a meeting last month, he asked me, what if you do this? Oh, okay, if you thought that's going to work, then I will do. But then after working for a month, after producing like 20 to 3 pages, then he said to me, yes, I did say to you, but now I changed my mind. You changed your mind and commit suicide. I said to my wife, okay, if you change your mind again, I might commit suicide. That was really hard. Yeah, but the point he would like to teach to me is be independent. Believe in yourself. If you thought that I'm going left, but if you thought that if the right way is on your right, then take that. That's what he been teaching me about being independent and adult students, of course. And then some more point. Yeah, as I say, I found New Zealand as home. Actually, I did my master in Australia, and I keep saying to my Aussie friends, Australia is about like 50 maybe kilometers away from heaven. But New Zealand, yeah, it's just like heaven. It's just like heaven. They asked me, Hirashima, do you know good place to visit in New Zealand? No, I don't know. Why? Because everything is interesting everywhere. Like on Rote Island, we have beautiful white sunny beaches. And I said to my friends here, you can find them everywhere in New Zealand. Whenever you go, it's for you to see and enjoy. All beautiful. That's New Zealand. So I keep saying to my Aussie friends who did the master, please go east. It's not enough to spend your or to study in one of the most driest island in the world. Go east. You're going to have rain every single month, the whole month. Yeah, which is good. I really enjoy it. And yeah, people are very friendly. I mean, people thought that I'm Maori, and so even high school students often talk with me in Maori, and I just say, yes, I was born in Indonesia, so I lose my language. So sorry, I can't reply to you. We say the same group, but I'm not Maori actually. Yeah, but people are friendly, and I mean, I find similarities, a lot of similarities, which make me proud of me at the moment, who I am at the moment. The last one, Pak Dubes and Ibu Catherine, greetings from Bupati Rotendao, Ibu Bupati, Ibu Paulina Hanin. With a letter from Ibu Yanti, I went to see her about this meeting, and I talked a lot about her, and then she approved me and my co-worker to come here. At the moment, I am the head of Bappenas, Pak Speaker, Development Planning Agency. At the same time, also I'm the acting head of Bappenas, but I am as the head of one of Bupati assistant, overseeing human resources department, finance department, and also organization departments. So, like the third person on the island. If you come, you will be maybe the. So, Ibu Bupati also just finished writing a letter. I've sent it to Ibu Yanti, hoping that Pak Dubes and Ibu can come to Rotterdam. She also give me something to bring to you, maybe Rama, if you can, as a memento to remember from Rotterdam. So it's a local fabric. It takes like 9 months to make this.
9 months?
This is
Wow, what's
the front
that?
end. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We call this lava. So we have black, white, and red, and sort of yellow. Yeah, that is the city. Black is for death, white is for evil, for red is for life, and the yellow is for bright. So bright, like yellow, bright. We call this rombo. So we call it lava. Yeah, so Ibu Bupati would like to extend her invitation to you and you. Please do come visit us. We do have lots of white sandy beaches, and if you enjoy surfing also, that's right spot. It's not only Bali, but also the most southern part of the country is for the area. Thank you very much for accepting.
Thank you very much, Pak Jeremy. That was really fantastic. We're always proud to hear stories of our alumni, and we're looking forward to hear stories from each of you during this gathering. Last but not least, we're also very pleased now to have our Development Counsellor, Ibu Tara de Souza, here with us. So Ibu Tara will invite you to deliver your remarks. If you could please come up to the podium, and you may have the floor.
Nama saya Tara de Souza. Saya dari Selandia Baru. I thought I should at least start with my little bahasa.
Yes.
Given that we had such a lovely mihi whakatau from Pak Jeremy. Really appreciated your Tereo Māori. I am the Relief Development Counsellor for the New Zealand Embassy. and I am so honored to be here. I am here only for 6 months, but I think I am so fortunate to experience the first gathering of our alumni, which hasn't happened for 2 years. So I feel that I've been here at a very lucky time to engage with all of you, to know that you have had such a good experience in New Zealand studying, but also that you brought your skills here and you are actually using them to such good advantage. I feel very touched to hear the stories that Dina and Jeremy have shared. The story about sustainable development that you are actually working on every day in your own community, but also in your country. The story about Indigenous people's wisdom, the story about Christchurch and what happened there, the terrible incident on 15th of March 2019, which actually changed the lives, as you said, of your sisters and brothers in New Zealand, but it changed the lives of us in New Zealand as well. And it brought us closer, and it brings us closer as a country to your country. So thank you very much, Dina. I also want to thank Jeremy for talking about Te Ao Māori and his experience and how similar it is to Rote Island. Really, it is about similarities. We have common ground here, and we want to be able to find that common ground instead of thinking about what is different. I really appreciate your sharing of the number of hours you've spent to come here, like 7 hours journey. That's a very, very long time, a real commitment, and I feel very touched that you have done that for this event. Your 4 years of experience in New Zealand, talking about the culture and the timeliness that you have learned, and the values and how you look at resources differently, that's actually the key element of critical thinking that I think each of you have brought from your experience in New Zealand and what you're putting into practice here. And I see it in everything that you are saying and exchanging with us. So thank you. I know that there would have been some difficulties in the last 2 years when we've had COVID and we haven't been able to get together, and there have been some deferred scholars who could not go to New Zealand, and we thank you for your patience and your real spirit of flexibility and of generosity that you will have, like all of us, had to go through during this pandemic. So we are really hopeful that from now we'll be able to have more of that scholarship program on track, and we will continue to have alumni get-togethers like this. That is a hope for all of us. I especially want to thank our partners in the government of Indonesia, Pak Guspigas and Ibu Yanti, and your teams. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your partnership, because without your partnership we would not be able to carry on this program with such smoothness and with such support. So thank you. And last but not least, terima kasih to all of you scholars. This is really a memorable night for me. I believe it will last for many years to come. And I believe the alumni are important contributors to Indonesia into the development of this country. And I have witnessed today a really strong commitment from each of you. I hope to see you in the future, if not in Indonesia, in New Zealand, or somewhere in this world, because I'm sure your skills will take you everywhere. Selamat malam, selamat sejahtera untuk semua. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy, everyone. Kia ora koutou.
Thank you so much, Ibu Tara.
Disaster management. It's really grateful to become a part of this family, and thank you very much for the invitation, so I can join and feel maybe just a little bit about the New Zealand atmosphere here. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, Pak. You are the lucky person today. I really hope you get a ticket later on. Okay, the next, as Ibu Yanti mentioned, we would like to introduce you to our crew member from the government of Indonesia, who are the one behind the scene of this Manaaki New Zealand scholarship. So I would like to introduce you to those main gentlemen and ladies. First, Pak Pandu is from Bappenas. Pak, please.
Okay, hello everyone.
Just name and position, Pak.
Okay, my name is Pandu. Alright, so my name is Pandu Pradana. You can call me Pandu or for Kusbini Katan Bappenas. And nice to meet you all today. Thank you.
The second one will be Pak Ali.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ali Muharram. I am from Bappenas. I am managing training and education domestically as well as overseas. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ali. Okay, these two duo, it's actually managing the tertiary scholarship. So if you don't get the permit or if you don't get the information, blame them, okay? Next, Ibu Utami.
Thank you, Mamika. Good afternoon, all. My pleasure here to be here. My name is Utami Sari. I'm handling the bilateral cooperation funding for Americas, Pacific, and Middle East. So New Zealand is one of the development partners with Bappenas. Thank you.
Maybe Pak Bagus.
Go all the way to the North Island.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bagus Ismujati. I'm from the Ministry of State Secretariat. I am head of coordinator. I'm the coordinator for bilateral technical cooperation. I am staff of Ibu Novianti. Izin Bu Karno. Yes, and just a little bit of an advertisement from our office. We also have a lot of training programs from a lot of partners, including New Zealand. So if you want to check it out, to ktlm.satmek.go.id. Thank you so much.
It's good? Yes. Yeah, maybe Pak Bagus is the one behind the scenes when you go abroad, that your passport stamp for the government official. So if you don't get the stamp, so please blame Pak Bagus, yeah. And if you don't see us in Indonesia anymore and the support, please blame Ibu Utami. But if you please blame us for cannot going to New Zealand. So we are really sorry for 3,000, but we love you 3,000 too. Okay. So I think this is the time for us for iftar. Is it Ibu? 6:17. Is it 6:17?
Yes, cannot wait.
Is it 6:17 already? Yes, it's 7. Oh, it's 6:17. So this is the time for iftar, everyone. For those who are fasting, we would like you to have the drink, and then the next, and we are invited you to for the meals, yeah, inside the beside outside the building.
Yes. Meals just at the market outside this building, and you can bring the meals up and eat it in the bowl. Oh yeah. Now it's good time to go. So don't go anywhere afterwards, because we'll have so much more exciting things to discuss. So we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Not next hour. No.
Alright, and happy iftar.
Happy iftar, everyone.
And enjoy your dinner.
Oh, thank you. You guys say hello.
Ini mau puasa.
Pak Jerry, sebentar saya ngambil format.
Jadi ikut-ikut yang bahan dah.
Sorry, I spoke to the wrong person. I enjoyed your speech. Thank you. And I know all about earthquake journeys. Yes. Did they use that term to you? Earthquake yes. We call them earthquake turtles. Turtles. Yes. But the
disediain. Mukena nggak tahu kalau mukena, kalau sajadah iya. Coba dicek dulu, saya nggak yakin soalnya. Coba saya tanya dulu ya. Itu diselesai.
Broadcasting. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but I promise.
To acknowledge the one from NTB. There's alumni from NTB. Where's Nusa Tenggara? Please stand up. We are sorry, there is no present, but please stand up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming all the way from NTB. By flight ya. By flying. Dua kok Pak. Oke, Pak Zakir and all the. Okay. By ferry. Okay. From
NTB Lombok.
Oh wow.
Motorbike.
Okay. From Bali. Is there from Bali? From Bali? Yeah, there you go. This is the host. From Jakarta? Yeah. From Jakarta. Okay. Other province that I haven't mentioned?
Banten. Malang. East Java.
Oh, East Java. Okay, please stand up, East Java. From yes. Thank you very much for coming here. This is our first official Eastern Indonesia. We really hope to have another alumni gathering for all of you guys here. Okay. This is the last session, and this is I think a closing from us. Our dearest Manaaki alumni, prospective student, GOI representative, and all honorable guests, thank you very much for your participation in this discussion. We have heard, learned, and reflect from each of you. There are lessons learned to reflect on, best practice to note, and opportunities for improvements. And through Manaaki value, we will make sure we keep caring and supporting each other and showing hospitality today and the future implementations of the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship Program. This is our new logo. Okay. Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship is developing careers, meeting teams, and countries. Thank you very much.
Kemarin building careers and countries.
Our social media, we're all on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So you can tag us, follow, and also put hashtag Manaaki NZ Alumni. Okay. Thank you, and would like to Bapak.
I hope after the formal session, I can talk to a few more of you. I'm honoured that Aotearoa New Zealand is playing a part in your lives and through you in developments here in Indonesia, and long may that continue. I think it's really important that we remain connected, that we show Manaaki that we continue to support each other, encourage each other, and develop both ourselves and our communities and our countries together. So great to meet you all. I wish you the very best, and I'll speak to you during the course of the evening. Mihi nui, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou koutou.
Program is really good in terms of socializing and connecting among alumni, and also this triggers more meetings in the future and also motivate us to share more, especially for the prospective students. Is that right?
Thank you very much for coming here. We are also very humbled to have you here, and we would like to have a lot of alumni gathering later on in the future, especially for Eastern Indonesia. Thank you.
I've really enjoyed the opportunity to meet our New Zealand Scholarship, Manaaki Scholarship alumni. and we hope to be able to keep in contact. It's great to hear how well you're all doing, and we would like to come and visit you where you live and enjoy the experience of Indonesia.
Catherine, you want to say something?
We're very much enjoying your culture, and we're pleased to hear you managed to enjoy our New Zealand hospitality as well.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Yogi, for asking me the question about what is the most important thing about this event. For New Zealand, the most important thing is to connect with our Manaaki scholars. You are the young people who have gone to New Zealand, studied, worked hard. You have brought back skills that you already have, but that are better and more enhanced. And now you're putting them into practice in the community. We are so proud of you.
Thank you, Tara.
Manaaki, caring, support, and hospitality. This is related to our theme for this event. I'm very happy to meet the alumni. This connect us to many different backgrounds.
This has been a wonderful opportunity to connect with our Manaaki New Zealand scholars. It's a great privilege to be able to hear your stories and all the great things you're achieving. All the best for the future, and hopefully we'll hear from you again soon.